What's up guys, Well Customs here, and this is just a edit to my original video in the beginning. So basically I'm going to do a nice little video showing you guys how to basically, if you have some warped joints or if you have some tight joints, how to loosen them up and fix them and straighten them out and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. In the beginning of the video, when I'm doing the whole process, you might hear a fan in the background, and my apologies for it, I forgot all about it. So I turn it off eventually after I realized it, but just bear with it for the first couple minutes. And other than that, enjoy the video and let's go. What's up guys, Well Customs here, and today we are taking a look at Deadpool. Pretty cool, right? He does have some quality issues, quality control issues though. For my figure, especially, these shoulder joints are very tight. And they move a little bit. You can hear the clicking joints in the ratchet inside here, but for the shoulder part, the hinge is very tight. And you know, this one moves a little bit better, but I still have to like hold the bicep together so I don't feel like I'm gonna bend or tear it. This one on the other hand is very stiff and tight, and I just do not like how I have to force it so much. So I'm gonna try to loosen it up. The way we're gonna do this, you could go two different ways. Some people use the hair dryer method, where you use the hair dryer to soften it up. That could work too, but since I'm doing both arms anyway, I'm going to do the boil and pop method. So I'm basically going to dunk his whole upper body into the water, try to loosen these up and try to rotate it back and forth to get it loosened. I might even take off the arms as well, because my arms on my Deadpool, you know, the elbow right here is very warped as well from the packaging, and they're pretty loose too. They wobble a little bit, so I'm going to try to tighten that up by squeezing it really tight and straightening it out underneath cold water while it is very hot and soft. So hopefully that'll work. Alright, let's get to work. Alright guys, so we're about to do the boil and pop method. Like always, if you're too young to do this, get a parent or an older guardian to supervise you, because you don't want to hurt yourself. But we are basically doing like anything else that I've done in the past. If you saw my old videos, just like the more recent, when I was fixing Black Widow's feet, you know, it's the same process, always the same process. You know, you just have to go step by step when you do it. So we're gonna get the water a nice boiling temperature. We'll stop it right there. We're only gonna do Deadpool from the upper body up. I don't want the lower body to be really warped or heated up. So there we go. We'll just angle him up. You know what? This might be a little fishy. Nope. Now it's been a couple, you know, almost a full 2 minutes, but if you really want to see if he's ready or not, you know, you could tell by when I put his arms against the side, you see how easy it bends. So you know that the plastic is getting pretty warped now and pretty soft, so you can probably take it out by now and pop off the arms pretty easily. Alright, so right now we're going to pop off the arms. Forgive me if I'm not in focus half the time, but I can really tell already that the shoulder is a lot loose now, so it'll be a lot easier. But we're going to pop this off first. And then, it's hot. Be careful. It is hot. Alright, so we're just going to rotate the shoulders a little bit just to get it working. Really want to make it looser. The left side is no problem really. It's pretty good, but it's the right side I always had a problem with, or his left, whatever. So we're just going to rotate it a little bit back and forth. Try to get, you know, maybe it could be anything. It could be paint build up in there. It could be just that it was too tightly put together. You never know. The ratchet joints in there maybe are too tight as well. So just loosening it up, moving it around a little bit, really does go a long way. Get the full rotation from side inward. Hopefully it will make a difference. And you know, sometimes you might have to do this step a couple times, because I'm going to run it under cold water, and then it's going to harden again. And if it's still a little bit tight, you just do it again. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to run under cold water right now. Like I said before, I'm not in focus. My bad. Give me 1 second. So I'm running under cold water. I don't think I'm off screen now, but as I'm running under cold water, I'm still rotating it left and right just to get it a little bit loosened up, because you don't want it to harden in place. So it's pretty good now. Look at, I'm moving her back and forth. Pretty good now. It feels nice. Alright, so I did it actually again just to make sure. Still rotating it back and forth a little bit more. Always trying to get it nice and loose. Feels pretty good. And I might do this twice in a row just to really get it nice and soft, because I really hate having those tight joints, and I don't want to stress this peg at all, honestly. I really hate that on my figures. So I'm just rotating it. So, you know, you can really see it's a drastic change from before, and I am a lot more happier. So there's a ratchet joint in there, definitely is. But sometimes when you move it around, it wears it out a little bit, makes it more loose. This is a pretty nice figure. It's amazing. I remember when it was first announced this figure was coming out, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I gotta get this figure." Finally, the day comes. If you guys watched my vlog, I think the third one, I talked about how like it's so hard to find toys in stores. I wonder honestly if I'm ever gonna find this in stores. It'd be really interesting. So we'll see about that. Alright, now that we have the figure all cooled off, the rubber that is really nice and sturdy now, so we're going to be able to put the peg back into the arm, but we had to heat this one up first. And my apologies guys, I didn't realize I had the fan on in the background, so I'm pretty sure it was hard to hear a little bit, but I turned it off for the rest of the video, so here we go. Now when we are doing small parts like this, you know, people just could dump it in there, and then it might get a little too hot, so I like to use this, if I haven't shown this earlier in my previous videos. Just stick them in there like that, and then you're going to be able to just pop them in like that. And it works out a lot easier to take them out. And when this heats up, we're going to stick it back in the arm one at a time. You don't want to do both of them at a time. Always do one at a time. Don't try to rush it, just take your time doing it. Alright, so I'm going to do one at a time right now. I'm going to use his left hand first. And it's really soft, it's nice. And remember, we're going to pop it into the arm, and then we're going to put it under cold water, squeezing at the bicep area to really tighten the joint. And also next we're going to do it at the elbow over there to get that joint nice and... See, you can already see that it's pretty straight right now, so it looks pretty good. Sometimes you just need to, you know, put it under something warm or hot to get it straightened out. So popping it on right now. Alright, now we're going to put it under cold water. And then we're going to squeeze over here. And like before, like always, putting it in cold water makes the soft rubber plastic harden, so it'll be nice and ready to go. There you go, a lot better now. Arm is straight, as you can see. Looks good. Rotates off. See that? So much better now. And you move his arm around. A lot happier I am. A lot happier I am. I am so much more happier. There you go. Alright, so we are going to do the same process to his other arm, and I might actually, if you guys didn't notice, Deadpool's other arm, his pinky's up. I understand for comedic reasons, you know, funny and stuff like that, but I actually might have had the chance. I'm going to warp it down a little bit to make it look like a normal hand. So give me 1 second. I'm out of the picture. I'm going to bring it over here. Alright, remember like last time, same process. With the cold water running, we're gonna pop it on. Now remember last time, this arm, this shoulder didn't have a big problem. It's fine now. It's pretty good. No complaints there at all. And I didn't get to do the pinky, which I will do in a couple of seconds. So I'm just want to get this shoulder nice and secure first. Rotates nicely. Alright. Now like I said before, that little pinky, I don't like it, to be honest. So I'm going to heat this part up. I'm going to bend it in a little bit, just a tad. See how that goes. So I'm literally just dipping the pinky in, top of the hand also, just getting that part warmed up. And I'm going to fold in the pinky. I know a lot of people, like I said, they might like it the way it is. I kind of prefer it to be a closed fist. You know, I know Deadpool is supposed to be funny and comedic and stuff like that, but you know, don't want him to always have that pinky out, so. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, we're gonna try to stick that thing in. This should be good enough. Alright. And then we're gonna bend the pinky ever so slightly in. Didn't get it enough. I got the upper part of the finger in, but not the lower part. So, actually no, I think I got it. Never mind. Pretty good to me. Alright, so for this next part, we're going to do the blow dryer method. That might be a little bit easier for you people, and we're going to do Jean Greg's legs. You know, I could have done the same process of doing a boiling pot, but I'm going to show you guys you could do either way, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. This is not a tight joint or anything like that. This is just a warped joint, so we're just going to straighten the legs out just a little bit. You can see her legs go in, then, you know, come together, so, you know, it's kind of annoying, so we're going to fix that. Alright guys, so it's pretty self-explanatory. What we're going to do is we're going to aim the blow dryer at the knees, and then we're going to heat it up, run it under cold water, and straighten it out. Like I said before in my past videos, I like using a blow dryer that has this kind of a bayonet at the end, so it funnels all the wind into a certain point. If you don't have this and have a whole circle, you might not be able to pinpoint it exactly, but you know, it's still doable, don't worry about that. But so here we go. That should be good. So, alright. Straightening it out. Straightening it out. You can see it already from far away. Looks a lot better. Alright guys, so we are pretty much done. So as you can see, the video is pretty self-explanatory, but I know a lot of people like to visually see it, and I had no problem making it. So for Deadpool, his joints are pretty good. I'm happy with that. I also brought down his pinky, like I showed you guys before, but I forgot to show you afterwards, you know, the pinky is supposed to be molded out like that. So I'm basically just bending it in. But sometimes it will stay, sometimes it might not. So just to be more sure about it, I also put a little line of super glue along the pinky and the upper finger to stay in there. And that's why you might see a little white dot there. But it does keep it in there. Afterwards, I'm just going to repaint it to the little dot right there so you won't see it anymore. But I know a lot of people probably would rather have the pinky out for fun. Not me, you know, I don't really care about that kind of stuff, so I'm pretty happy how he looks like now. So now he's holding a gun, you don't have the pinky out, so yeah. Other than that, Jean Grey is there, standing nice and straight. I also did the same trick I did with Jean Grey to Wolverine, because with my Wolverine figure, his right leg was a little bit warped inwards, so I just wanted to fix that really quickly. But yeah, so great figures, and they're all fixed up now, and they're ready for making a review. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to wildlandcustoms.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!